It's time for Ink the Book Show with your host, Ryan O'Connor. And now, let's ink the book.
Are you kidding me? We're making comics. The person that was in the room. So I barely started this third page yesterday. We're gonna finish it on late, which I'm a little worried is going to mess up my getting up early every day, but we'll live. I got a couple breezy uninhibited? What's the word I'm looking for? I have a couple free days coming up. How about that? Where I don't have anything to worry about but this comic. Tomorrow, I should be on in the early afternoon, maybe the morning. We'll see. Feeling like I was going to crash if I came on, so I was trying to avoid that, but feeling good now. We're going to do this page. Maybe we'll start another one. I don't want to finish the next one. I have to fix something on the next page before I finish it. That's the last panel on that page, so I'll have to before I go on tomorrow. It's just going to be tedious. I don't think it'll be very entertaining, me trying to figure out how to fix it. But so I should get to drawing. I got my tea. It's not what I'm usually drinking. I've usually got the tagless bags of tea. By Tetley is what I usually drink. Tetley, is it the British blend? I think the last time I got the rounds, I think it's like an 80 pack of the rounds. It used to be 100, now it's 80. Right now I'm drinking Bigelow French vanilla black tea, which is good. I like the French vanilla ones. It's a good break. And I just ran out of my Tetley, so I forgot I had a whole unopened box of these. So they work in a pinch, and sometimes they just make a good treat. How about let's get to drawing. Nobody asked, Ryan. We came here for art, dance, puppet. I'm gonna toss this and put my inkwell on there. Oh man, I never washed this brush. I meant to 1 billion times before I went to bed yesterday and forgot, but I've got another brush right here. So I just touched a brush covered in hardened ink to my tongue. But that's okay. I've touched a brush with wet ink on it to my tongue. And it won't be the line either. Tighten this camera rig a tad. Focus. Okay. I need to pour some ink into this inkwell. I did watch the most of the Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie last night, but I fell asleep, which was not on HBO Max like the rest of the show, but it was on AdultSwim.com. I was getting all sleepy the last 40 minutes of it, I guess, and by the last 20, I had to turn it off, which is fine. It might as well be an episode of their show. It's just drawn out to be like an hour and a half or whatever. I'd have missed that they were at least touching on it. My roommates just got home. They date each other. So it was just me and my buddy living here, and then his girlfriend moved in this past year. I guess just over a year ago now, actually. But she just got a new job, and I think they were kind of out celebrating tonight. Not me. I'm just kidding. I wasn't welcome. Oh, my connection is unstable. Please wait. Okay, that went away. I always harass the wait staff. No, I'm just kidding. So I've been listening to Norm Macdonald's book some more. It's like a 7-hour book. I have just under 2 hours left to listen to. I've listened to it before, but my brother was talking about it yesterday, and I decided to dig back in. Oh, it's so good. My brother was reading the physical copy I got him last year for Christmas. He was telling me about what's with the look? It's not very clear. Is it a lighting thing? No. Also, I want to do it at this angle. because I'm left-handed and my hand always... I think it would happen if I was right-handed too, right? But my hand always covers up the art. But yeah, my brother was telling me about how the end of the book it's like 3 run-on sentences with no punctuation and stuff, and I have only listened to the audiobook, which is delivered by Norm Macdonald himself, and having not read it, I didn't quite pick up on it. But yesterday on here, I was talking about how there were a couple impressions that Norm Macdonald does in the audiobook that you don't get from the... You don't quite get that from the physical book. So I suspect each version is with its own charm. And then what happened, Brian? Oh, well, I suppose I ended it all. No. Oh, boise me. I didn't wake up as early as I have been. I've been waking up at like 4 a.m. every day. 4:30. I mean, I did wake up at 4:30, and then I kind of closed my eyes for a bit, and then it was 5:30, and then I just kind of like lingered in bed until 6:30, which is still fairly early. Fairly, I guess. And I, at which point, I got out of bed and I started editing pages, which involves erasing pencils vigorously and then touching pages up with ink in spots that I didn't ink or just needed more thorough inking. I do most of it with this. This, by the way, is a Copic multiliner SP.5. I have a 0.3 as well. And then I have some other finer pens like this. I have a set of really fine. I should probably get another set of these Copic multi-liners that don't SP. It's a 0.1, a 0.3, a 0.05, and this one I actually bought at Hobby Lobby, and a 0.03. So this has some really fine ones. So 0.05, 0.3, 0.03, and 0.1. So I like using those sometimes for really, really, really needle fine point work. It does come handy to have those. So yeah, I'll touch up my inks with that stuff, those Copic pens, and then I go over it with Jelly Roll or just whiteout. I have this new Presto thing that I like, but it's sometimes a little too unwieldy for me. It kind of goes all over the place. It just and it can be a bit much. This kind of has more control. Sometimes this the Jelly Roll, Sakura Jelly Roll. This one's number 8. I think I only have number 8. I don't know if there are. I don't know if for others maybe it just boasts there are other sizes. This is the Fine Point Presto Jumbo Correction Pen. I use that occasionally later. That's my new one. I was using that on a bit on my Inktober drawings. Speaking of daily drawing stuff, what did I draw today? I drew and posted something today. I'm pretty sure it was an animal. I'll have to look it up. Well, it's right behind me. I drew a unicorn in a business suit or something who just got laid off. There's his pink slip. He's got a bald spot. I thought it's kind of funny. All my little insert pages just fell out of that sketchbook. Do I want the high one or the low one? I think the low one actually looks more like Bonehead, even though I think I was correcting that with the outer one. The inner one looks more correct. So Bonehead just got called to his boss's office. So I think he's assuming, yeah, at the end of this page, he's assuming he's getting in trouble for coming in late. How did he know? Okay. What are we gonna do here? I don't like drawing the shadows of standing people. I never know. I kind of never know how to approach it. Especially a head whose feet are black. So what did you did today? Let's throw the background in there. You know, I've talked a little bit about the John Swartzwelder books, such as The Time Machine. His so John Swartzwelder is he's like a legendary Simpsons writer. Kind of reclusive, very he's like infamously known as like one of the best Simpsons writers. And this for a bit, but picked it one every year. Then I think he didn't for a couple years, and then he put one out last year. And most of them, I think last year's was the second one that didn't have this character Frank Burley in it, who's a detective. But I was going to say part of a chunk of Norm's book kind of has a very similar voice to this guy in these books. And let me see. I'm just going to read part of this book because the voice is so funny in this. the way he talks in this, I think, is so funny. Frank Burley is my name. Okay, it's not my name. I lied about that. My name is Edward R. Torgeson Jr. I changed it for the business. You gotta have a tough-sounding name if you want people to hire you as a private detective out of a phone book. I chose one that would give prospective clients the idea that I was a burly kind of man. The kind of man who would have the strength and endurance to solve their cases for them, and who would be frank with them at all times, hence the name. As my friends, I am being punched in the stomach, but I guess a lot of stories start that way. Most of mine do, anyway. The guy who was punching me was a lot burlier than I was, so it hurt plenty. But I tried to pretend it didn't bother me at all, that I actually liked it. It was hard to do this convincingly because he had kind of knocked the wind out of me there, so all I could do was smile and wink and give him a thumbs up to be able to breathe again. He thought that I was making fun of him and started punching me in the stomach harder. Meanwhile, I'm not any closer to getting my breath back. Some days are like that. So there's that. I gotta finish that book. There's two. There's. I started reading a long time ago, and they're short books, and I can't seem to get around to finishing. I'll do it soon. Sure, you will. Oh, everyone knows I can't read. I'm one of them folks that can't read. Wait a minute. I just read on camera. No. I just memorized it. Yeah. I don't know. What else is going on? Did everybody see the stream where I talked about the musician Brian Irwin, who gave me the wonderful a bunch of his CDs? Sea to Sky. The best songs you've never heard. Nuggets, on which is my favorite, Little Fly. The Fool. And The Master and the Monster. All available on Amazon. Also, I put a link to the digital versions of his songs on Amazon in the link around in the description below. But you can get these CDs there. And look, they came with a note from him. Also, all those CDs he gave me are signed. And he wrote a note that says, "Howdy, Ryan. Thanks for all of your kind support. Rock on." Brian Irwin. So that was very nice. I encourage you guys, please check him out. He's been so kind to me ever since I found him. I was looking for whoever wrote that Little Fly song. I was looking for that Little Fly song and whoever wrote it for many years before I found it. Easily 7 years. Certainly, almost certainly more than 7. Let's see. I would say 8 or 9 years for that song. And if you look up Brian Irwin's YouTube channel, I think it's just it might. Not sure what the name of the YouTube channel is, but if you look up Brian Irwin Little Fly, there's a music video that he made, and that was the first time I listened to it, having found out who he was I looked up the music video. I talked about all this a few days ago on my show. If you haven't heard my recap of the whole saga, where I opened up that package and yeah. Did I finish this? Oh, I should update my fantasy lineup. Oops. Haven't done that yet. I don't even know how I'm doing. I feel like I'm losing a lot to be doing any good. I've had some really miraculous wins. Okay. Oh, mercy. Jiminy crickets. This life won't relent. This life not ever lets up. That's why I love it so. That's the twist ending. Is that I don't resent my life. I'm happy about it. You guys like my song? I wrote it myself. With no help from my parents or anything. Okay. You know what? If I was smart, I would do? Get my breaks done. I've been putting it off forever. And they're only gonna get worse. Cars have a funny way of doing that. And I should really take care of my car right now because I'm about to pay it off. You know, I have this funny way of throwing bookshelves into backgrounds all the time. You know what I don't like drawing? Is shelves covered in books. You'd never know it by looking at my work. How many dang bookshelves? So this. I'll fix it. Clunky lines there. It's just outlining tiny suckers. Orals. Best. Boss. Oh, moisty. Well, it's 10:17. That's about the time I've been going to bed lately. So I'm getting tired. I hate to say. I've done like almost a second panel. Oh man, I've got other stuff to do too before I go to bed. Oh, excuse me. I made a chicken dinner tonight with carrots, mashed potatoes, like sauteed mushroom sauce. I don't know about the saute. Maybe that's not the right word. But I made some kind of mushroom sauce. It's a Hello Fresh deal. That's how I do all my cooking lately. But you know what? I'm really excited about Thanksgiving, and I ain't Hello Fresh in that meal. So yeah, I usually make a bunch of dishes to bring over to my parents' house. I always make my own. I always make stuffing from scratch because that's my favorite. And even if there's going to be stuffing, it Thanksgiving dinner, I always make some anyway, so I'll have extra to have. You get the idea. You're a smart girl or boy. I don't know what you are. Then I found just the place. Up a story from the drugstore. A couple years ago, I made the turkey, and it was, if I may say so, I think it was the most moist turkey I've had in years. I did a great job on that. I was pretty proud of that. I was nervous about it being dry, so I made sure I made it a moist turkey, and it was good. Everybody thought it was good. To my relief. Darn. I am going to use this to draw this because the detail is too fine. Okay. No, damn. We got some water here, even though it's inky black at this point. It's this other the brush I was trying to draw with in the first place. It's a little thinner. It's a size 2 instead of a size 3. So it should be good to draw with. This is just like a little travel container I got as a gift one time, and I just use it to keep water in at my desk for just such things. When you face temptation and the urge is very strong, give it a little whistle. Give it a little whistle. Here's this dag blast bookshelf. Alright, I am getting tired. Oh, what to do with the likes of someone like me? Okay, I'm starting to doze. I've got other stuff I gotta do before I go to bed. With apologies, I will finish this page tomorrow morning, perhaps, or at least early afternoon. So, I will see you next time. And, sorry, I'm always so tired lately. But such is life. All right. Goodbye, guys. Thanks for tuning in. You are my friend. All right. Goodbye.